Hey, Cavalia! How goes it? Appreciate you tuning in, saying hi. I hope things have been going well. I know, both of us have had a couple of rough days in the past few weeks. Hope things are going well for you. Oh, I'm really glad to hear that, Kivelia. That's fantastic. Alright, let's do a timing check, shall we? Hey, Fake X. Hey, Isotonic. Appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, Isotonic, when there's so little going on in the chart, and it's just like, yeah, sometimes 2, 4, and 6 are just real easy to mix up. Hey, Max, how goes it? Also, forgive my memory, Isotonic, have you been in chat before? If so, I missed it last time. My apologies. Hey, Burkhand! Alright, some quick digital housekeeping here. Oh, I appreciate that, Max. Yeah, I know that right now you're usually sleeping. Right. Yeah, I had a feeling I'd seen you before. I just, for some reason, forgot to mark you in my logs. Sorry about that. So, we've got a couple of requests for some of the quote-unquote new songs, and I am all for that. But there is one song I do want to play ahead of those. But yeah, after this, yeah, we're gonna start going through all of the bits on locks, and I know so far that's what's been requested. I'm actually pretty psyched for them. Both Buffalo and Jam and Marmalade, classic songs. Yeah, and yeah, you might not have been able to catch the stream in a bit, but that's also kind of my fault because I haven't streamed in a bit, and that's honestly just entirely on me. Yeah, so it's the first Tuesday of every month. New songs get added. So this and a couple other songs just got added last night. Oh man, some of those scratch chords are rude as heck. Also, it's a shame that the overlays are missing, but yeah, it is what it is. Ugh, sorry to hear about that, Isotonic. Ugh. completely forgot about that song. That's good stuff. Yeah, more than welcome, Cuvelia. And speaking of the double A, we have a lot of late, so let's keep up the time-honored tradition of poking the blue number. Also, some exciting news. I submitted some emotes to Twitch. We'll see if they get approved. Actually, a big fan of Jam and Marmalade. Really fun song. Ooh, I haven't played Snow in a while. That'll be fun. Before I hit Snow, I just want to hit the other bits unlocks that dropped last night, and then we'll do Snow. Oh god, that sample in the middle of it, I think that's gonna be the closest we ever get to spin the disc in Infinitas, but, you know, I'll take it. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's Remocon, Plastic Dance Floor, and Good Cool. They all have the same licensing restrictions because of it's either the record label or the publisher that they're with. And that's why we don't have a lot of them in Infinitas. So, but yeah, I'd have to say for like Good Cool, like for songs that come to mind, like yeah, since 2007, because it's honestly a great boss song. But then also like some real Good Cool classics like Spin the Disc, Spooky, just so much good stuff that's missing. And Make Me Your Own. Oh god, I really want Make Me Your Own. Hey, Okina. Yeah, glad to hear that the work on the Ungeki cab is going well.
it down, funky. Break it down, funky.
God, I forgot how weird that song is. It's not bad, it just, it's weird. Oh yeah, Blame. Yeah, Blame's really good. Oh my god. Yeah, Oliver was not a fan of that. Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a contender for when Taka has vocals and it doesn't go well. Why you gotta make me miss Dancer? Because I actually really like that song. Yeah, and catching up on chat. Yeah, I would agree that Slake. I'm not sure if I'd say Slake was eccentric, but genre or boundary pushing, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, Softland. How so, Isotonic? That I changed fingering? Yeah, same here. A lot of it is also just because it's easier charts. Like, if there was more activity, I'd be pretty locked into what's, the standard doubles hand positioning. But, on either lower charts or when, I'm just kind of rocking out to the song and otherwise more focused on having fun, yeah, it does definitely shift up for sure. Alright, so that's all of the new bits unlocks. We've got a couple of subscriber unlocks that are now available, but first, we've had a request for Snow. I want to make sure that we don't miss that. Yeah, typically, and this is I've been doing a little research on this actually. Yeah, usually for doubles, like you are really locked into a certain hand positioning. If you look on a hand cam at right hand, like that's basically it. Like you have first and fifth finger on 1 and 7, and then you've got the rest of them on 2, 4, 6. Like that is what you do. The one thing that I really need to do in the near future is I actually need to do some practice on chromatic scales. Because if you watch my right hand, I have and this is a habit I have from piano playing, is I will cross my thumb under. Typically, I'll cross it under my third finger. Sometimes I'll also cross it under my second. And that's sort of like cross under with your thumb. Like that's typical for piano, but usually in piano, you're going further than just, 4 keys over. And then it winds up biting me in the ass. So it's actually a mechanical habit I need to improve on. But yeah, it is what it is. Right. It would help if when those chords came, if I hit them. Yeah, it definitely does. Like it's RAM for sure. But yeah, it's definitely got a really good, not quite drum and bass, not quite jungle, but kind of in between. It's got a really good vibe to it. Uh yeah, that song just has a lot of weird jacks in it. I just need to not be lazy. I might circle back to that later. But for right now, we've got 2 other songs to check out, and I believe Qvelia requested one of them. As always, everyone, Qvelia, FakeX, thank you for the requests. Yep. Yeah, happy to play this. So after this, we'll have Shonen Ace, and then we'll go to Advance, and then we will properly play through Snow. There we go. Alright, let's get to it, shall we? Yeah, saying that that's aggressive is one way to put it. Good song though. Oop, and that is an alarm for me to go dose. I will be back in a split second. Yeah, more than welcome, Cuvelia. Ah, such a good song. Hey, Mira! Hey, X-Squire, how goes it? I appreciate the cheers, Mira. Thank you so much. And X-Squire, how did the stream go last night? I haven't caught the VOD yet. I'm actually probably going to be doing that during maintenance today. Ooh, that is an extremely good request, Max. But first, we do have a request for Advance. But yeah, chasing Advance with Garden, I am all for that. Love Advance, though. Much obliged, Fake X, for this request. It's actually one of my favorite Slick songs. Yeah, our speed mod's a little off, though. Let's fix that. And while we're fixing the speed mod, a lot of folks tuned in. I know we've got some people in chat, but I see we've also got a lot of people getting their lurk on. Thank you. Appreciate you wanting to make me a part of your day, and I hope the week's treating all of you well. Ah, such a good song. Oh, that's fantastic to hear, Esquire. Alright, so we do have a latent request for Snow. At some point, I'll revisit it soon-ish. We got it in the queue, so we won't forget about it. But for right now, Garden. I'm not sure if I have Stellar Wind either. If it's available for bits purchase, we'll have it. So. Nope, not yet. It is subscriber locked. Looks like we'll have it in... ten more months. Ah, such a good song. Amazing Mirage? Absolutely. Yes, got a couple other requests here. Thank you, Max for Garden. So, we will get to Snow at some point. Because we did play through it a few times and failed, because, you know, we're dumb. But let's get through the other requests first, and then we'll loop back to it. And yeah, unfortunately, Qveli had no Stellar Wind, but Candy Galley, Yo Can Do. I think this is actually one of the few versions of Pachelbel's Canon that I don't mind. Such a good song. Good boss song for Gold, really. Yeah, I did play Buffalo earlier. Doesn't mean I might not play it again, though, because that song is a banger. I will say this. It's kind of miraculous that I haven't been playing nothing but Amazing Mirage, because, oh, I am so happy that this is an Infinitas ahead of schedule. Easily a contender for my favorite song in all of Cinnabuzz, that's for sure. Yeah, much obliged for the requests, everybody, and also thank you all for being here. Like, I know I'm outside my normal time slot. I've been awful about streaming on schedule recently, and a lot of that just has to do with either I'm awake, I really want to stream, and I just don't have the energy, or oh wait, that's been it. So yeah, so my apologies, but I'm trying my darndest to get back on schedule for a lot of things, not just streaming. So small steps. Hey Delapron, appreciate you stopping by. Hope your day's going well so far. And yeah, Cuvelia, Cinnabuzz was incredible incredibly strong for songs. Really great, like, club and trance kind of stuff in that style. So I'm really excited to get more of that in Infinitas. Ah, such a good time. Such a good time. Yeah, BGA is fantastic too. Couple more requests coming in. Thank you all so much. Before I move on to the next request, though, I've had a request in the queue for Fake X for a while. Let's play through Snow and actually get through it this time. And then we'll move on to the other requests that are queued up. And, yeah, X-Choir, I definitely know what to do. For now, let's turn Hardbar off, because we're weird about that with this chart. Let's see if we can bump this up to an A. I don't know if we'll be able to, because song is just weird in general, but we can't bump it up if we don't try. Well, we got a PB. And that's good enough for me. But either way, thank you for the request. Like, I know it took me a bit to play through the song in full, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a good song. I would agree with you about DC Fish for the best Murasama song, but Shade. Anyways. It's fantastic to have you back, Esquire. Hey, good work, Okina. I'm trying to remember if Flashes was a boss song. So the original that it's based on, it's originally based on one of the Linkle Kingdom songs. Unfortunately, it's the one that was by Plastic Dance Floor, which means licensing issues. It's not an Infinitas. But this is by Humor, so which is why there's a minor alias change as well. But I'm trying to remember offhand. It was Gluttony. And yes, Telepron, you're right. I'm just trying to remember what cardinal sin it was. I'm pretty sure it was Gluttony. Because... Yep. Yeah, it was. And... Okay, yeah, I remembered it was part of an event in Pendule. I couldn't remember if it was a full-on boss song. But yeah, it was, Nope. Gluttony was, Sampling Paradise was, Greed. So we had Sampling Paradise for Greed. We had... I can't remember the name of it. The artist is, Ash. It's, It's the one that's actually Asaki or 96. That was Lust. We had, can't remember the name of it. It's the stained glass windows. That was Sloth or Acidia. Then we had Gluttony, which was Seijin. Level Lester for Envy. Then we had Rick for, or Toadstrebe for Pride. STN, the Limbo for Wrath. And then you had Yaksha for Apocalypse and Cuvelia for Rebirth. It's been a while, but we got there. Fantasia. And you're working on tripling the another meta? Best of luck. I'd say the same here, but y'all know my accuracy is kind of garbage, so you'll get there eventually one day, though. Yep, and yeah, that is a pretty good example of what my accuracy is always like. If it's a chart I can read, doesn't matter if it's a 2 or a 10. We'll get a solid AA, and that's about it. No complaints though. Like the years ago when I first started 2DX, I had a goal of being able to play any song comfortably on Hyper. And not gonna lie, as much as I'd love to be Kaiden one day, I think just being able to play anything on Hyper is actually the more realistic goal in terms of what I would be happy with. But yeah, who knows? Maybe that'll change. Yeah, I haven't played Fantasia in forever though. Thank you for that request, Mira. A lot of the older Terra songs I actually don't usually revisit, and I think it's just because I just have more fun with the newer stuff, but then again, Terra charts tend to be really like chordy, and on doubles that's not quite as fun, whereas you get stuff like Seisho, Usao, Dirty Androids, and also like things more like Soda Fujimori and Korsuke, where there's more stuff to sink your teeth into. It's not just chords. and I think it translates to doubles a little bit better, just in terms of literally how fun it is to play. Like, how does it feel physically? How does it feel kinetically? I think that's why I gravitate, if not more towards those artists I mentioned, than if anything, why I tend to not go towards things like Terra and actually LED, now that I think about it. Like, I like LED's music, but when I think of charts I want to play, usually LED doesn't come to mind. Yeah. Food for thought, I suppose. So, we are hitting the hour mark here. I haven't been streaming for an hour. Like, yeah, we fired up the stream right at about a little over an hour ago, but I do want to take a quick stretch break, and then we'll keep going at the requests. I know we've got DC Fish next, which... And... Fake X with Flashback 90s, thank you. Classic Korsuke, like, in terms of... It's not that old, but the sound on it, ooh, really good. And let's see, playing for fun and happiness first step? Yeah. Agreed. And thank you, Mina, for the idea that I've contributed something to the community. I make a lot of noise, but I'm not sure about how much I've actually, like, concretely done. And I'm okay with that. I know that I've encouraged a lot of people, and I keep a lot of people going, and that actually does make me very happy. But, yeah, playing for fun. Like, I remember... I'm not sure if it was Tawali or Cuvelia. There was someone in Early's Discord, they were mentioning that they felt like they were hitting a wall, and one of the things I mentioned in reply was like, 2DX is a game. Full stop. If you're not having fun, if it's not giving you at least satisfaction, because like there are moments when you play 2DX and you're not having fun, but you get that new clear you've been working on or something similar, and you're like, yes, I finally got it. You're not happy, but you're satisfied. But anyways, if that's not happening, change what's happening, because you should be happy, or you should be having fun, or satisfied with what's happening. So... Aw, thank you, Max. Actually, looking at a chat, and yeah, Max, I'm wondering if... Is Get About to Rave in Infinitas? It is! Do I have it unlocked? Ooh, that is a unknown. That's one of the older entries on my chart I need to fix. Cool, we're gonna toss that in the queue. Alright, but for right now, I just want to take a quick stretch break, and I invite you to join me. If you've been at your computer this whole time, or if it's been a while since you last got up, or if you haven't gotten water in a while, maybe now's a good time to do that. Either way though, I'll be back in 180 seconds, and then we'll keep on rocking out with some 2DX. And Isotonic, I will say this. I spent a good, like, 2-3 years debating buying the RED, and if you are a fan of doubles, or if you are a really big fan of 2DX, and whether you're playing Lunatic Rave, Offline Data, Infinitas, whatever, if you really are into the game, it's definitely something I can recommend. I used to own a machine, and honestly, it is the front half of a 2DX machine sawed off. It is phenomenal. If you think you might be into doubles, if you think having the more realistic controller is gonna be your thing, as opposed to just having like 2 Phoenix wands, I can definitely recommend it. It is phenomenal. Alright, and with that, enough stalling. Let's take a breather, so that way we can get some more 2DX in before maintenance. Alright, see you lovely folks in 180. Alright. Hope everyone's doing well. And before we dive back into it, two quick things. One, thank you all. I know we've got a lot of folks in chat today, but I do see we've also got a lot of people that are tuned in, and, you know, they probably either have me on in the background or, you know, you're getting your lurk on. And either way, doesn't make, you know, I don't appreciate you any less. I'm flattered that you want to make me a part of your day. Hope the week is treating all of you well, and, you know, whether you're just watching passively or you're more active in chat, either way, thank you for being here. Hope things are going well for you. And second, I have recently been playing a ton of Legends of Runeterra. I'm really enjoying it, partly because I know Riot's been making a lot of effort to try to get some new players involved in what they do, not necessarily League of Legends specifically, and League is not my bag, but I can say that this is, and I'm been really enjoying it, and I'm debating streaming it, so I'm curious to thoughts about that. So, alright, let's get into some more shenanigans, shall we? I know we've got a DC Fish on deck, and I know it's kind of been a joke, especially with Tawali and Cuvelia, but yeah, there's something about this song that it's really good, and then you forget about it. Like, it has some kind of, like, weird mimetic amnesia surrounding it for some reason. Hey, if you're on Burgundy and Cloudy Music, greetings to both of you. Thank you for tuning in and saying hi. Hope the week is treating you well. Super good song. Yeah, Fake X. Yeah, we played Cloudy Music earlier, but yeah, with a namesake showing up in chat, yeah, I'm all for running it back. But yeah, Mira, I think you're right. Both the synth lines and the use of what samples, because there's not a lot of vocal sampling in DC Fish. It gets run back a lot. and I think it's really well used. Yeah, thank you for requesting, Duvelia. Up next, we've got Feel It. Thank you, Mira, because I haven't played this in a while, because it's kind of similar to Snow. The song, A+. The chart, even though it's a 5, EX bar might be a mistake right now, but it'll be a mistake we make together, right? Great song. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's a first play, so there's going to be a PB no matter what. But I am thinking about what my favorite 3 Ram songs are. Also, Esquire! Not Esquire. Wow. You can tell I was juggling 5 thoughts at once there. Azure! Appreciate you tuning in. How goes your Wednesday so far? I'm trying to remember how low goes. Right. I'd say, for me, for Ram, high for sure. But, instead of low and Feel It, I would say high, Sat Final, and Wanna Party. But at the same time though, like arguing about what Ram song is the best is kind of like arguing about like, what Nekomata song is the best. It's just, personally, I think Nekomata is better than Ram, but that's besides the point. I think Ram has a very solid output. Like, usually Ram doesn't put out bad songs. It's just Ram puts out a lot of really great songs, and once in a while some of the songs he puts out are just good, as opposed to great. Which, is a heck of a track record. I actually, for the longest time, I hated Wanna Party. but that's because it's also a staple in certain doubles DP courses, and for the longest time, one of the sub-rhythms in it gave me trouble. But it's a phenomenal song. Troopers had a lot of really good chill stuff in it. If I remember correctly, Madrugada is also in Troopers, and that song is sublime. Much like Max is a huge fan of Garden for an all-time fave, I know a couple people that Madrugada is their all-time fave, and while I don't think Garden or Madrugada are the best song of all time, it's an opinion I won't disagree with. It's solid choices. Goes well enough. Glad to hear that, Azure. Alright, let's see. We've got a lot of requests in the queue, and everybody, thank you. But let's try to make sure we get through all of the requests. Like, right now, we've got plenty of time, but I know more requests are likely going to come in. So let's keep moving. Love this song. And yeah, let's play some harder charts, because why not? Thank you, Isotonic. Much obliged for the request. Ooh, Perplexity. Good call. A lot of people forget about that song. I started off just like at the end of Red and at the start of Happy Sky, so I played a ton of Perplexity. That's a phenomenal song. We fumbled that last turntable stream on right side a little badly, but phenomenal song. Much obliged, Isotonic. Let's catch up on chat, make sure we didn't miss anything. Oh, Fake X, you're funny. Like, if you really want me to play Safari DPH, I will, but... Let's see... If you had to introduce someone to 2DX for the first time, what songs would you pick? I think... That's a good question. And I think my answer, it's gonna depend on the person. Because depending on what music game experience they have, what Bimani experience they have, if they've played, like, so if there's songs that they might know from other games, what kind of music they're into, usually I'm gonna go that route first. Typically, if, like, when I'm selling someone on the game, I'll usually start by asking, what kind of music are you into? because if there's a song genre that they're more likely to click with, it's going to be also easier for them to follow. Oh, hey, this note is that thing, you know, in terms of, you know, what the chart does versus what's happening in the song. Because usually part of me helping someone get started in 2DX is I usually do a one-set demo. I'll play like 2 or 3 songs, like to demonstrate how the game works, and like the overall like progression of like, you know, here's, you know, an easy song, here's a harder chart, and also usually before I even do that, play 1 or 2 songs that they're likely going to either like or they'll recognize. If we were to throw all of that out the window and we were to go straight, like strictly based on just the chart or just the song, I think 511 is in there somewhere just because it's tradition. But there have been some easier beginner charts recently. But also, usually when I've been telling people about 2DX, it's usually been in an arcade environment, either at an arcade or it's with a setup that is running an arcade version of the software. So that also means I can just throw them at step-up mode or beginner mode, and I don't have to worry too much. So no real specific songs come to mind. It's usually tailored to the person at whatever's going to have the best chance of easing that acclimation period and also hooking interest to further play the game or to be all like, oh yeah, there's music in here that I'll enjoy. As for what actual songs, usually step-up mode and beginner mode take care of that, because if I've already gotten over, hey, you're gonna fail in the beginning and that's okay, and they also know, hey, this game mode, it's going to give you stuff based on how you do, just play and do your best and have fun, then I don't usually have to worry about what songs I'm suggesting specifically. Alright, Isotonic, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's finish catching up on chat here. I'm wondering what song that is, Azure, in terms of the Rootage song that made you think about Shapes and Beats. And that's a game I need to play. Like, I've watched a lot of people stream it, and I know it's a game that would be my jam, because, you know, it's a musical dodge-em-up, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. Absolutely love that game, though, because the amount of polish in it, huge kudos to the devs. Talking about varying artists and some of the stuff they've done, I agree, Mira, about Ryustar. When they're not doing happy hardcore, they tend to knock it out of the park. Fake X. Here's a new chart. Here's a harder chart. Here's a Safari. Yeah, Narcissus said Oasis, very good, very high impact song. Like, if you're open to like, hey, like, musically impress me, and you go into that song with that kind of like, hey, wow me kind of attitude, yeah, that song can deliver for sure. And yeah, more than welcome, Xquire, for the answer. It's a great question. Opening up with 511 and then diving into Eurobeat. That's, I gotta say, if there's one thing I miss in Infinitas, like, yeah, we miss Taku, yes, we miss Good Cool and Rimocon, but there are so many Eurobeat licenses that I would love to see revived. Romeo and Juliet comes to mind. That was also super fun. That and Solid Gold. Alright, enough chatter. Let's keep on working on the requests so that way we don't run out of time before we get through them all. Ooh, Flashback 90s is up next. Thank you, Fake X. Ah, fun chart. Naruto. Tet! Actually, I kind of remember that, Max. Good stuff. Oh, Telepron, be okay. Oh, wow. Talk about, like, good, cool, and Eurobeat and stuff that that's missing. Oh, why you gotta do that to me? I legit forgot about that until now, but part of that's just because I haven't had access to it. Oh, man, BOK's super good. And, yeah, I haven't forgotten about Get Him Up to Rave. I put that in the queue. In fact, that's actually up next. Yeah, be okay. Oh wow, yeah, that's great stuff. Quasar is the unreachable masterpiece. Yeah, timeline wise, Mida, you're at. I think you're right in terms of like when we started to see a new wave of artists starting to come into 2DX. So yeah, thinking of not era, Quasar as like kind of a timeline marker, I think is definitely a very strong idea. Yeah, definitely a classic for sure. Yeah, I just started in terms of the talking about the change from 9th to 10th. Yeah, I started playing just after 10th style, like around Red and Happy Sky, so I didn't quite notice that. But having played over the years, there's definitely a shift at that time for sure, at least that I can notice. Yeah, yeah, that one line confession from I Know You Know. Oh, that was such a great gif. All right, up next, Rock the House.
Let's rock it.
Let's be a little ambitious, shall we? Why not? Hey, Dread Red, how goes it? Appreciate you tuning in, saying hi. Hope your Wednesday's going well. A lot of folks here today. Thank you all so much. Ah, shame on me. I should have had that. I just have to push myself a little harder. Let's see. We've got about 20 minutes and 1, 2, 3, 7 songs in the queue. I am going to hustle on requests, and if we have time, I will go back to that and try and hard clear that. It's not super hard. I got a little bit lazy, or not so much lazy, I just wasn't giving 120%, knowing it was gonna take a lot of my effort to get through. So that was my fault. Up next, it's a kitty. Speaking of ambition, let's see if we can't bump this up to a AA. I doubt it's gonna happen, but can't make it happen if you don't try. And Mira, for what other song you want in 2DX? For me, it's Programmed Universe from DDR. And also, but this is just more of a guilty pleasure, On the Bounce. Excellent. Oh, that was a nice PB. I'm very happy about that, actually. Good stuff. Yeah, Cardinal Gate was phenomenal. It was really the first time Konami took advantage of having EMUs as a service to do like song unlocks, and I really think they knocked it out of the park. Next up, Cloudy Music. For Cloudy Music. Albeit from Fake X. Let's see. Not gonna lie, I'm leaving Hardbar off mainly out of fear.
Break it down. Funky. We break it down. Funky.
Weird, but good. Sample use in that is impeccable. Also, speaking of songs to have in 2DX, I forget the actual name of it. Max, you might be able to help me out with this, but Mawabe Step, the Japanese children's counting songs plus dubstep plus French folk music. It's Oniken. I forget the name of it though. And Fake X recommended or requested the Safari on Hyper because God is dead. So why not? It's been a while. It's good for practice. Max, if you would be so kind as to link the long version of that song in chat for Xquire, because that song is amazing. Lions at night. Duh, God. It's not a nightmare on DP Mira. It's a dumpster fire, is what it is. Like, it's not a bad song, but oh wow, that chart is just. That chart is an experience. Yeah, I am grateful for the request, all the same, though. I've got a lot of requests in the queue, so I'm doing my best to try to hustle through them, get as many as we can done. Ooh, weird timing on that. Great song, though. Right, Esquire? It's such a good song. Like, genre-wise, it's a cluster truck, but oh man, it is such a good song. Yeah, knowing your history, Mira, I can see Gigadelic being a nemesis, but it's a blocker for a lot of people. Alright, I don't think we're going to be able to get through all of the requests, but I'm going to do my darndest. a minor PB there, which I'm actually pretty happy about. Yeah, flying reruns really difficult. Like, it's not something I would have expected to have been in the singles 9-dan, but in hindsight, it makes perfect sense. Ah, such a fun song. So, I think I've only got time for one more request. So I'm going to refund Trand your request for, I forget the name of it. It's the like the reggae jazz song from Happy Sky. Sorry about that. Because then after this, yeah, Rakuguen, thank you. Such a good song. Yeah, sorry I didn't get to your request, Tran. I appreciate your patience and understanding. But we do have one song we do need to play before we get cut off by maintenance. Let's see if we can get lucky, because it's going to be a buzzer beater. Also, hey, Legend.
Burning. 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 Burning.
Yeah, sorry to only very quickly say hi, Legend. Sorry about that. Just in a hustle to make sure I got that song in before maintenance cut us off. Appreciate you tuning in and saying hi. Hope Wednesday's treating you well. Unfortunately, though, it is that time for maintenance, which means that I have to stop playing whether I like it or not. But yeah, and there we are. However, I am planning on streaming later tonight. So in 3 hours' time, I have an hour-long appointment, and then once that wraps up, I'm gonna go live again. So I will be back in 4 hours, and if all goes well and I'm not an idiot and I don't oversleep, I am gonna be doing my darndest to stream tomorrow morning at my normal time frame. But until next time, first off, thank all of you so much for tuning in and saying hi. I know there's a lot of people that, have their getting their lurk on or have me on in the background. Thank you so much. Cuvelia, Isotonic, Fake Axe, Max, Burkant, Okina, and best of luck with the Yongeki setup, Okina. Mira, cheering, thank you so much. Esquire, so happy to have you back in the community, whether you're just saying hi in streams or you're starting to stream again. Either way, super thrilled to have you back in. Telepron, Fear on Burgundy said hi earlier. Cloudy Music, Azure, Transred, and Legend. Thank you all so much. I don't think I missed anyone, and if I did, give me heck for it. And apologies in advance. But either way, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I'll be back in about 4 hours. I don't think anyone's streaming right now in terms of Bimani, just because, LOL maintenance. It doesn't seem to be the case. So, that's it for now. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, everybody.